You got no phone?
One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Ducks will put it away to start the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Kingsbury. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Faulkner. There he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Running on the Jets. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game. It looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Darrison. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Michigan offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. With the catch, it's Faulkner. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and a Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams...
Picked off! What a way to set him up!
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big throw.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. The give on the inside. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Ducks want to move quickly. Back to throw, it's Westbrook. Lets it fly. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. This is a designed run. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Kingsbury. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Wolverines are flying down the field. They just keep firing. Complete to the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Back has it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Westbrook. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Discards him with the stiff arm. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. You know they love their track in Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he has open field, he is headed
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets.
Cause you ain't crossed the 50, you got to punt. What the fuck is you doing? Nigga, you know you got to punt. Nigga, punt that shit. What the fuck is you talking about? Bro, you on the 48. You're not crossed the 50. You're on the 48-yard line, nigga. Can't you see?
That
The fuck?
Push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
So the offense is going to go for it.
Y'all just talking shit. I just want you to call the timeout to kick that shit, bitch.
Timeout is the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 50.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one and a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot, and we can mention names.
Catch inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and, man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
A designed run for the quarterback. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. The Ducks are in the hurry up. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they will score! Touchdown, Oregon! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attack. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to throw, it's Westbrook. Using his legs to buy some time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quick release by the QB. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Finds his tight end. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
They'll run it from the gun. Makes it past the marker. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Ducks are facing 3rd and inches. Back to pass. It's Westbrook. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's unfortunate for the offense because that drive looked so good. They were just methodical, and they were running, and they were throwing, and had the football down in a great position down near the goal line. You've got to be able to pay that off. You cannot afford to take a sack in that situation. If you're the quarterback, that's a massive mistake.
Down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's open. Lots of running room. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Has it back, and here comes the offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Westbrook. A strike downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, though.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You, keep being aggressive. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. He's loose. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He got a step and just dusted the field. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Got his man quickly.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Turning it on! Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw, it's Westbrook. He wants to go deep. Catching stride inside the 15. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Wants to throw again. Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Second and goal for this offense. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Michigan offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Using his feet to buy time. Lets it fly. Finds his man open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Kingsbury. Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. Ball down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's open on the right. Open spaces. The 30. 10. And he got it.
No.
What up, big bro?
What up, that boy?
I seen that shit.
I'm about to play that. Oh, I nigga want coach of the year, nigga.
I was trying to tell you that nigga was running underneath, bro, the whole game.
Yeah,
Bro.
I saw that shit.
He
I saw it.
beat that shit.
I play him. I play him all the time, bro. I already know how that nigga play.
Uh, but I
I'm telling you.
saw a nigga
I'm
how
about to play the
switch
playoff
up
game now with my Florida
one
team.
nigga. Y'all in the playoffs in that league? I got Notre Dame in that league, I think.
Yeah, we in the playoffs. Coach of the year, coordinator of the year. We cut up, man.
You gotta throw the ball, man. You gotta throw the ball, bro. We just had got the ball back, bro. Damn. You ain't even touch nobody just now. You just let him run through. But yeah, you gotta get out my team, boy. No bullshit. Oh my god, you so ass. You running the same shit, bro. I'm gonna stay in the same defense too. Not changing my defense. That nigga ass. Bitch. Boy, you got me fucked up, cuz.